When it comes to creating an amazing life, a life that you love, that's true to your soul, where you get to do, be, have, experience what it is that you came here to, one of the most important questions you will ever ask yourself is, what do I truly want? One of the biggest blocks or obstacles to manifesting an extraordinary life, the life that was built for you and your soul, the one that's going to actually fulfill you, is resistance to having what we want. The block or the obstacle, the way it shows up, is these three words: I don't know. I don't know what I want. So often I sit with somebody and I ask them the question, what do you want? Because that's how the whole coaching journey begins. And 80% of the time, somewhere around 80%, they say, I don't know. It's really important to, number one, clarify what you want. And if you have trouble doing that, it's going to be important to look at the resistance, why you resist using the statement, I just don't know, I'm not clear. Because the truth is, you're crystal clear. You are a perfectly clear diamond that is transparent, knows exactly what you want, but there's a filter over it. And I'm going to explain why we resist what we want, because it might help to illuminate the situation and also start to unwind or detangle, kind of tease out those knots that have kept you from actually knowing what you want and going for what you want, because you can't go for what you don't know you want. The reason that we often resist what we want is because when we were small, when we were children, we knew exactly what we wanted. Like that alarm, I don't know if you can hear it, like with that level of like, boom, I'm here and I want this, and like everyone looks because it's so clear and loud. That's how we came into the world. But we have been talked out of our desire so many times. No, you can't have that. No, you're not allowed. And so when you're a child and you're like, oh my God, and so excited, like, bing, like there's the alignment. I want this thing. I'm ready for this thing. And then you hear no, you can't, not possible. Eventually what happens is the deflation sets in and we forget that we're here to create, and we buy into the idea that the power is outside of us. And then powerlessness sets into place, victim consciousness. It's much easier to believe I don't know what I want than to actually say I know what I want and get shut down. So I'm just gonna play the game. I don't know what I want. I just don't know. Let me sit and wait for clarity to come and then I'll go for it. It's the perfect setup to never go for your dream. It's the perfect setup to talk yourself out of your soul's guidance so that there isn't a deflation from this outside world saying you can't. What I'm inviting you to do right now is to really get honest. Have you been believing that the power is outside of you and that you can't actually have what you want because it's going to depend on other people or circumstances outside to supply that for you, or to agree with you, or to celebrate you, or to cheerlead you on and say you can do it? What's going to need to happen is, well, first of all, having a community and having people around you who actually support what you want. What I am asking of you in this video, if you truly want to clear your energetic blocks and create what you really want in your heart, is to get out a notebook and a pen. Just take out a pen, take out a notebook, and write down what you really want. This is for your eyes only. Nobody needs to see this, but we need to start the year with this. We need to actually get honest about what it is that your heart, your soul wants. And that may require unplugging for a day or some hours to unwind your nervous system, expand your capacity, and hear yourself and unplug from the noise that's been washing out your own clarity. Ask yourself, you don't have to know the answer right away, but set the intention. What do I truly want from my soul? What am I here to do, create, be, have? And have that on a sheet of paper. What do I truly want? The next question I would love you to ask yourself is, how am I resisting what I want? How am I resisting what I want? So a lot of common ways that we resist what we want are things like, I don't know what I want. So the next question I want you to ask yourself is, what if you did know? If I know what I want, then honestly, what I want is ... and complete that sentence and just free form write on that. We need to unearth what's inside of you. And part of this is also going to be clearing away the clutter and the blocks and the beliefs and the unconscious patterning that's been telling you that you can't, or it's not for you, or it's not possible, so that you can actually release the resistance that's been stopping you from going for what you're actually here to grow into. You see, what we want isn't even what we want. What we truly want from our heart and soul, I believe, is planted in us in order to become a version of ourselves that we came here to be. So for example, I work with a lot of coaches, healers, empath, entrepreneurs who want to sell their services or their product or their online courses or coach clients, but nobody knows about them because they're not visible. So in working with me, they get very confident and they clear their visibility blocks and they go out there and share their voices. What happens though is they become their whole self. They clear away, I call it rubble, chipping away the rubble that's been blocking that light, that diamond inside that's here to shine something beautiful into our world. And the shining of that beautiful thing into the world is incredible, but that's actually secondary to what we really are after. The primary goal is who we become in the process of going for what we want. It is an exhilarating thing when you give yourself permission to get honest with yourself and say, you know what, there are things I want. There's a truth I'm here to live, and I'm really effing scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of judgment. I'm scared of how others will perceive me. I don't know how I'm going to manage the changes that will be required. This resistance, I don't know how to work with it. I don't know where to start. So there are all these blocks and obstacles. What if I don't do it right? What if I'm not perfect at it? What if I displease people? These are all these variations of obstacles that have been eclipsing what you truly want from manifesting in your life. Let's take a deep, deep breath in and exhale it out. So, what do you want? What do you actually want from your heart? And what would it take for you to feel safe in having it? Because this is a big part of why we stopped dreaming. It's because it didn't feel safe anymore to dream and to affirm what we want and to vocalize what we want and to go for what we want. We're going to be going deeper with this year. So if you're not already subscribed, you can click the subscribe button. If you got something from this video, ding, you can give it a thumbs up. I hope that this starts to open this deeper connection with your own soul's truth and inner guidance. Have that fresh sheet of paper out, and you might notice you'll have a dream tonight, or tomorrow morning you'll wake up with some clarity and just jot it down immediately. So it might be an image or an idea or an inspiration or something that energizes you when you think about it. Put it down on the page and let this be a living document where you start to reconnect with what it is that you truly want and who you really are. And together we'll start to uncover and clear the blocks that have stopped you from going for it fully. And actually, if you want support in this, I want to make sure you know that the pre-sale for Self-Mastery Manifestation School is happening until the 22nd. If you want to clear your energetic blocks and create what you truly want with my support live, click the link below during the pre-sale or whenever you find this. If this speaks to you, I can't wait to welcome you in. If this is for you, you can go to thediamondprocess.com/manifest and check it out and join us. I love you all so much. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I'll see you in the next video.